All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Chip Cunningham, and I'm going through the Transformation Challenge over at First Form. You can find all the info about it at www.mytransformationstartstoday.com. Um, and we have a group of us that are going through it, and basically, I'm trying to put out, some content each week that's going to help us out, help us get where we need to be. And instead of making that stuff just private between us, I wanted to push the content out, make it public, try and help as many people as we can through this process. These are just kind of going to highlight some of the lessons I've learned as I've gone through some of my transformations. And, we're all in this together no matter what. If you're going through it on your own, if you're going through it as a team, like we all need support around us. Quick little admin note before we get started. Yes, that is Stone Cold Steve Austin in the background. Why is he here? Because we all know if you want to be great, surround yourself with great people. So here we go. All right, first things first, a little bit about me. I'm going to hide my webcam real quick. A little bit about me. This was actually about 3 years ago, but this was my first transformation. And at the time, on the before picture, I was training a lot. But what I wasn't doing at all was focusing on my nutrition. And one of the biggest holdups with preventing me from my goals and where I wanted to be was actually what I'm going to talk about today. And that is my habits over the weekend. So I've done a few transformations and stuff now, kind of messed around a little bit. But this was back then. That was the biggest thing holding up, and I realized that once I got to the point where I got my nutrition in check and got rid of some of those bad habits over the weekend, that was when I really started to see progress. All right, so let's talk about the weekend. A lot of times when I first start working with someone and I'll ask them, tell me about your current nutrition habits. And one of the most common answers I get is I eat great during the week and then I eat whatever I want during the weekends. And just like I said, this was me. I'd follow pretty good nutrition from like Monday through Thursday. Then Friday was close to the weekend, so maybe we'd start going out to lunch. Then Friday night we're going out. And then, so maybe I'm hungover on Saturday, and so then I'm just eating like crap on Saturday and Sunday, and then it's like, it's all right, I'll get back on track on Monday. And this is kind of a common thing. And what happens is we get so out of control on the weekend, we can actually lose progress from what we're doing during the week. It can actually erase that, and even in some types, it's going to set us back. Another thing that it can lead to is it might cause us to go on a binge, which is one of the things we want to try and avoid, because when we do that, not only are we overeating, we're kind of hurting our chances of what we're trying to do, but also that can create some negative like mental imagery of how we view ourselves in our head as well. And then once we do that, then it's just a losing battle, because then we start to feel bad about what we're doing on the weekends, and then that causes us just really go overboard. So we need to have an effective strategy that will allow us to follow the same habits we do during the week and carry those into the weekend. All right, so an action plan, some quick steps that we can start implementing right now as we go through this challenge that is going to help us get to where we need to be. Okay, the first, switch your rest days. If you know you are having trouble, following your nutrition on the weekends, then at least move our training days so we're at least training at the same time. A lot of times, maybe the weekends are a time off from training, and they're the times when we have the hardest time sticking to our nutrition. So that, a double negative. So if we know we're going to have trouble, move those rest days to where we're actually training over the weekend. Like my rest days are Monday and Friday. So I'll train for 3 days in a row, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll take Friday off. Then I'll train over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday will be another day off for recovery. So that's kind of my training split. Even if you can't take time to get into the gym or something like that, find things you can do at home, some quick body weight circuits. All right, what are we all going to do today? We're probably going to start watching playoff football here pretty soon. Well, say, every quarter do, whatever, 50 push-ups or something. And then, on the commercials, you can do some body weight squats. And, you can begin to move physical activity into, your weekend lifestyle. And that's really going to help. Also, plan for big meals. If you know you have a social event, like say Saturday night, limit your intake a little bit leading up to that event. Don't, just go crazy on like lunch and everything else and breakfast and have these huge meals and then go into dinner with the same thing. Likewise, say you eat a really big breakfast. Okay, no problem. Maybe train after that and then maybe limit your intake throughout the rest of the day because you don't need as many calories because you've already had quite a bit. And then another big obstacle that we have to overcome on the weekends is a lot of times we're on the go. So identify some places that might work for you that will kind of still allow you to follow your nutrition plans. A lot of places actually post the nutritional content of their items, on their menus and stuff. So you can look at that when you get there, kind of see what's going to fit. Prioritize higher protein meals. Anytime you go to restaurants, you can almost always find salmon or some chicken breast or something like that. If you want to do something quick, 6-inch Subway sandwiches, Chipotle, some of that stuff, it's going to be a healthier alternative than just grabbing some of the other like McDonald's or value meals, some of that stuff when you're on the go. So, that's going to help you as well. Also, find some snacks you can take on the go. Some protein bars, things like that. That you can eat on the go. So if you find yourself you've been away from the house for like 2 hours and you got a meal coming up, you can go ahead and snack on those, and that's going to avoid you getting way too hungry and then binging later. So just some quick, real easy action steps we can take to kind of get to where we need to be on the weekends. Don't let the weekends derail your progress. All right, I know it's common and it is hard on the weekends, especially you might have more time on your hands, you might get bored, kind of thing. So keep yourself busy, find some way to have activity, plan your exercise just like you would during the week, and don't let yourself get too crazy. And say you do have, whatever, you kind of lose control a little bit in the middle of the day on Saturday. Okay, it happened, but let's move on. Do not dwell on that one meal or that one situation and then let that turn into an excuse to just go crazy for the rest of the weekend, all right? Things are going to happen. Life's going to happen. We're going to have situations like that. All of us will, but the last thing you want to do is then that negative, let that impact you negatively in your head and then have it carry on. So where it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you're just telling yourself it's okay because I'm going to get back Monday. All right. We're all in this together. We're all in this transformation. It's going to take consistency over time. That's how we're going to get to success. So consistency, consistency, consistency. If anyone has any questions, feel free, shoot them over chip@chipcunningham.com. That's my email. And then on Snapchats, that's where we're doing a lot of the stuff for this transformation, putting out content stuff over there. So my Snap is Chip Van Dam. And yes, that is a tribute to the greatest 80s action actor of all time, Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then also while you're on the Snapchat, check out my buddy Team Gorman, John Gorman. He posts a lot of great content. No matter where you're at in your fitness life, I guarantee you can benefit from some of the content he's putting out daily. So check him out. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps a little bit. And if you have any other questions or anything like that, just reach out and let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.